Okay, so today is December 21st, Thursday, and we are entering into tomorrow, the high watch time for rapture, the 22nd and 23rd, and then at the same time, major FFs. So it's the 10th day of the 10th month tomorrow. Is also the day that Nebuchadnezzar sieged Jerusalem, so it's a big thing. And tonight, in US time, tonight to tomorrow is the winter solstice, but the rest of the world, the winter solstice is on the 22nd of Friday. Mm. So I was saying the 19th, the past Tuesday, I was expecting something interesting to happen, and so the Colorado court ruled Trump disqualified for presidency because of the January 6th incident. So they just fill in the silence because not that many news that can draw attention anymore, because they kind of pacify the whole earth. People just get used to hearing like wars, rumors of wars, especially in the Middle East. So they are kind of pretty stupid to do that. But anyway, what can they do? Because they are the one keep shifting as to different timelines, different corrupted timelines, right? And so the time loop keeps on repeating itself, and um, the abuser turns into one of the victims also, right? So they are the victims as well. They join us, in the time loop, uh, living in this time loop for for a long, long time until God say, okay, that's time for the rapture. Then the time that will stop, and we have 1 week left for this year and for this month. Not sure if the Nightmare Before Christmas will ever happen or even happen this year because different timeline has different events, right? And some of the events may not happen in different timelines. The wise man went to visit Jesus and then returned home. When Herod saw that they did not return to him as he had asked them to, he was exceeding wroth and sent for that and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem and in all that coasts thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men. Matthew 2:16, King James Version. Evidently, Herod figured that Jesus had to have been born at some time around when the star appeared or later. The wise men, toddler, Jesus crowd agree with Herod's conclusion. They make 3 points in support of their view. Jesus was born when the star appeared. Jesus is called a young child. In the wise man account, Matthew 2, 8, 9, 11, 13, 14, 20, 21, and not a baby. The wise man found Jesus in a house, Matthew 2, 11, not a stable or an inn. Matthew 2, King James Version. Now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, So that makes sense because the star appears when Jesus was born. Okay, that's already confirmed. Chapter 2, 1. Saying, "Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and are come to worship him." When Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Christ should be born. Okay, so then I will start again 2:9. When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. So the time period from they set out for this trip till they finally arrived where Jesus was is a few months, right? So that's why 7 BC, the conjunction lasted for 8 months, okay? When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And when they were come into the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh. And being warned of God in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way. And so, uh, these three gifts are the same gifts that God gave to Adam and Eve when they first cast down from heaven as a comfort to them. So this is a tradition ever since. Okay, so then the enigma of the rarest conjunction in astrology, a celestial rarity. So not necessarily only in astrology, in astronomy, also. So the great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, among the most celebrated and significant rare conjunctions, is the great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. This conjunction occurs approximately every 20 years, but can sometimes be even rarer, with larger intervals between certain alignments. The recent great conjunction that occurred in December 2020 in the sign of Aquarius was one such momentous event. So in 2020 on December 21st, Jupiter and Saturn formed rare Christmas star on winter solstice. So which means they silently confirmed that Jesus was born in 7 BC because the quote-unquote Christmas star, which is the Star of Bethlehem, formed for 8 months in 7 BC and is the greatest conjunction, rarest of the time. So because for a triple conjunction of these two stars, Jupiter and Saturn, is very rare and probably would not have been chronicled by the Magi as ever having happened before. So this is just once in a lifetime in Pisces. It can only happen every 973 years, but the position at which it happens appears to slowly move around the sky. It happened in 1951 BC, but in the constellation of Aquarius. In 978 BC, 7 BC, and AD 967, it was observed to happen in Pisces. And then, so is the confirmation. And also, the biblical account indicates two sightings of the star, one before the wise men began their journey, and the other near their journey's end. So, which means it lasted like for a long time, for a few months, exactly 8 months, because the Magi from the east, not necessarily only from Babylonia or Persia, because at that time Chinese Magi from China also was one of them. Some like some have the theory of that. So all the ancient cultures, you can say it's only like China, Babylonia, Persia, in the Middle East. So it's easily to figure out. And so that's why it took them for a few months to arrive and found Jesus, right? So that is another confirmation why the conjunction lasted for that such a long time, for 8 months. And when the old man came and stood over where the young child was, a celestial object near the horizon of any given observer might be considered by him as pointing out some spot on earth below. So this is the rarest events. Okay, so now I want to settle one argument that's been going on for a long time, but it seems like nobody wants to open the Bible just to find the answer. First Corinthians 11:14. Do not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him? So, but if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her, for her hair is given her for a covering. So, in the Bible, proves that men shouldn't have long hair. So, which means Jesus had short hair. Jesus didn't have long hair. And if people have dreams about Jesus had long hair, which means the dreams were from Satan. So why all of a sudden, I point out, because a lot of people keep arguing with each other. Some of them have had dreams about Jesus. They claim that they saw Jesus in a dream, but had long hair. It doesn't make sense because the Bible clearly say that men shouldn't have long hair. So that settled another argument. So I don't understand, they so-called Christian, they just keep arguing with each other without finding the proof from the Bible. And the dreams, sometimes from God, sometimes from Satan. So you need to have discernment. Like for example, if you think you saw Jesus in your dream and that guy had long hair, definitely that dream was from Satan then, right? And then if one time I watched a video and the mother said her child had a dream from God about the rapture, and then the mother asked the child, "So what did you see the earth look like?" And then the child said, "The earth was a globe." So definitely that dream was from Satan, because the Bible clearly said that God made a firmament to separate heaven and earth, and above the firmament is water. So the earth is not a globe. And so many things that we can discern by just open the Bible and find the answer if the dreams or the visions are from God or are from Satan. It's easy to figure out. That's, you know, it's without argument. Don't no need to argue with each other, you know. So the following slides, you can see the difference between the two period of time. One is 17C and the other is this year. So after all these years, celestial, um, um, let's say the constellations in the heavens rotates, right? They shift one constellation over. So, for example, that's why in 7 BC, May 29, the sun was in Gemini, but this year the sun was in Taurus, and so forth. You can pause this video and take a look of the alignment that sun in different constellation in different times, and it's because the season will change and the stars and constellations they will shift their position as well as the books of Enoch told us.